Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I am just typing in here right now. Let's see here. All right. Say hi to me, please. Say hi. Say hi. Let me see that you're saying hi. Please say hi right now, because I'm going to get into some stuff here. So tell me, how are you feeling? How are you feeling right now? Hi, Chris Ann. Hello. How are you feeling? Tell me that. It's relevant. It's relevant how you are feeling today. So in the comments section, please tell me, how are you feeling? How are you doing right now? Like right now, how are you feeling? How are you doing? It's important. This is an important question because I got to tell you that, and listen, I'm just opening up another page here so I can see your comments over here. But let me know how you're feeling, how you're doing. And I want to see who's on here. So please say hi to me so I can say hi back. Like to see who is on so I can say hi back. Okay. And give me some likes. Give me some. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Chrisanne. All right. So I ask you how you're feeling during this time right now, because I got to tell you that, the people that I am speaking to, I'm getting mixed signals, right? Some people are very stressed. Some people are very overwhelmed. Some people are very anxious. Some people are feeling fantastic. Some people are, hi, Kathy. Some people are in overwhelm. Some people are feeling like prisoners. Some people have the itch that they just want to get out right now. Some people are in pain. Some people are very tense. How are you right now? And I ask you this, and what are you doing to deal with what you're feeling? So if you're feeling emotional, what is the outcome that you're looking to reach? And why are you feeling emotional? And can you shift the meaning and take the power away from the emotion? So you have, for example, you have complete control over what lives in between your ears. Okay? Now, that may be a bold statement, but whatever you think about, you will bring about in life. And you can begin to shift what you are looking at or what you're listening to, because a lot of things that you may be listening to may not be true. So what is it that you want to feel? If I want to feel happy, should I be watching the news? No. If I want to feel happy, I have control over the actions that I take in order to start feeling happy. So I can keep focusing on what isn't right, or I can go for a walk. I can have a conversation with somebody that I know brings joy, and we can get into a conversation about our childhood and some memories, right? I can just listen to my little baby, my 2-year-old giggle, and I can play around with her and play with her. And she has no idea of what's going on out there in this world, right? So I could focus and have a great time with her. I could hang out with my 10-year-old and 8-year-old, and we can do joyful things together, like play in the backyard, right? I have control over the way what I allow into my space. So I have control over whether I'm feeling tense and I stop and I take a deep breath in and out. So I had a patient come into the office. I'm going to tell you this story, okay? So listen, don't go anywhere. Listen to this story, okay? And hi, Liba. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Chrisanne. Hi, everybody else who is on. You know, give me some likes, give me thumbs up, and please post a comment, okay? And now, when I was with this patient, I could see that she was very emotionally tense. Shoulders were tight, shoulders were forward, and I've recently started taking care of her brother, who's had some challenges with some addictions, and the family is so grateful for me working with their kid, and actually their household is starting to get better because we're working on what has been toxic, and he's been going through so many challenges, and we're really working on him, right? But with her, she's had a hard time forgiving him. And I said to her, I said, listen, I said, if you see a wilted plant and the plant is wilted, do you start smacking that plant around? Do you just take it and throw it out as you want to do to your brother? Do you just throw it out and throw it away? Or what would you do to bring that plant back to life? And she said, I would water it. And I said, exactly. So instead of focusing on everything that he has done in the past, how about we just water it and we recognize that he is making efforts to get better. Number one, he's coming in and he's getting chiropractic adjustment to take the stress off his body. Number two, he's practicing breathing exercises. Number three, he's changing his eating lifestyle. Number four, which was a big one, a big one, right? Check this out. He didn't know where to start. He didn't know any structure of a day. He didn't know when to get up, when to go to bed. He didn't know what to do to prepare for a ritual in the morning or what to do to prepare for night. He didn't know what to eat, how much to eat. He just lived his life and did whatever. And he had no stability and no structure. And when you don't have stability and you don't have structure, life can begin to feel very overwhelming. And then when you don't begin to love yourself, how can you love anybody else? And he said to me, the son, he said to me, and he's not young by any means. And he said, how can I love anybody if I can't love myself? How can I love anybody if I can't love myself? That's a very powerful statement. And now he's starting to love himself, and he's coming in and he's smiling and he's doing all these great things. And you know what's happening to mommy at home? Because mommy has had to take her adult son home as he was going through these addictive processes and creating that disruptive household. Well, in the office, he put his arm around mommy and he said, Mommy, thank you for saving my life. I love you, mommy. If she didn't bring him in, what would life look like? What would it continue looking like for her? It wouldn't look good. What would it look like for daddy? What would it look like for the whole household? And I know that the daughter has had a hard time trusting, but now she's starting to open up and she said, I'm working on it. So that's a great thing, right? So I ask you, when someone has caused disruption in your family life, do you push it away? Do you hold on to that anger? Or do you forgive and pray to bring light and love and energy into that space and water that plant and watch it blossom because that is an option, right? We know that we have physical, chemical, emotional stressors. There's a man who came in today. He's on computers all day long. He's got so much tension in his body all over. And he said to me, he goes, look, I got so much. I got to get so much done. I got to get so much done. I got to get so much done. And my heart is beating and I got all this pain everywhere and so on. But, I don't got time. And I said, well, you need to start planning. You need to start planning your life around your health instead of your health around your life. Because after he got adjusted, She said, oh my God, I can't believe that my body feels so incredible like this. I said, because the power that made the body has the ability to heal the body as long as there's no interference there. So we got to take these stressors off the body. And as we take stressors off the body, you become more for yourself, and you become more for your family, and you become more for your career, and you become more for the people that you're serving. But it all starts with loving yourself. So you got to first love yourself, and you got to take great care of you, right? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So begin to put the oxygen mask on you first, so then you can take care of the people that are around you. Now, if you like anything that I've been saying, please just share it. Just share this information with other people so other people can learn and they can grow from it. Okay. Hey, Shar. Hey, Liba. Thank you. Let's see here what people are saying here, right? Amazing. Sending love. Awesome. Love it. What if someone isn't making efforts to get better? How can we help? That's such a great question, right? But some people just don't even know where to begin. They have no idea where to begin to get better. And I always say, you got to give them that hopium, right? And some people are willing to move in that direction, and some people just aren't yet. But there are ways, and we can get into more of that in another conversation, Leva. But I'm happy to talk to you privately on a side note. Kelly, great. I'm so happy that you needed to hear that. Happy that's making an impact. Let's see right here. Josephine, perfect topic. Thank you for that. Jessica, just wanted to say thank you for taking the time for giving me advice for my son. He's gaining weight and he's doing so much better. Oh my God, that is music to my ears, right? And Jessica, I know that you live in Ontario, Canada, and we got on that call. I know exactly who you are. And so I am so happy to see that it's making an impact, that when I do this and I do these broadcasts, that I'm not just, throwing time and energy away, that I'm actually making an impact in your life. So thank you all for your kind words, right? And, your moms at home right now, God, you may be homeschooling, you may be taking care of a baby in one arm, you may be working at the same exact time. You have so much on you. There's just so much that you're carrying. It's like carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And you could be overwhelmed, you could be stressed, you could be tired as well. I got to tell you, just stop, slow down, breathe, walk away if you need to. Find yourself a great chiropractor, as it'll make a big impact in your life. Hydrate your body, get good restful sleep, because that is going to recharge you for the next day, right? Exercise, movement is so good, even if it's just a little walk, even if it's spurts of walks. These are the type of things that will make an impact in your life. Say a word of kindness. You always hear me say that. Give a word of kindness to someone that you love and that you care about. And do kind acts, do kind acts for people. And when you begin to live that, you begin to live a fulfilled life. And I always, I have a program that I'm coming out with soon, other than Hopium, and it's called Fulfillionaire. And I'll let you all know when that comes out. But it's all, this is all great stuff. So right now, I've been in the service mode. I've been in, as I've always been, because I always say you're not living unless you're giving. And it's so important to give and 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 give. And when you give, it's because you're doing God's duty, and God will take care of you, right? And he's blessed me with an amazing wife and amazing children. And I'm so living in that state of gratitude instead of habitude, right? And hopefully you got that, live in a state of gratitude instead of habitude. So tonight, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to take a joy journal. So listen, please don't come off right now. Get a journal out, name it your joy journal. And what I want you to do every single night is I want you to write something that you're joyful for. And I want you to keep doing this every single night. And in 30 days, I want you to read them all. Look at all those moments of joy that have happened during this pandemic, all the joyful moments, because there is a lot of gifts that come out of this as well. There's a lot of gifts. And there's so many gifts for me, you know, having you on here and you listening and you being part of this has been so great for me. So do that, okay? And tonight, when you do that, make sure that you do that right before you go to bed. So you go to bed with a smile. You go to bed with a smile. And that's what it's about, is going to bed with a smile and living life with a smile and reaching for better feelings. Just reach for better feelings. They're not always going to be perfect all the time. And sometimes, yes, you do go through some pain before you get to the other side, to the light, but it's there. It's there for you. And in the darkest moments and the biggest tragedies in life, there are always gifts. And I got to tell you, I can tell you that firsthand from being in a severe motorcycle accident back when I was, you know, in my 20s, and I was suffering, and you know, I was on lots of medications and herniated discs and skin ripped off my body and knee split open and head split open and all these pain levels 0 to 10. I'm at 1,000. And you want to talk about somebody who had post-traumatic stress disorder, vice-like migraines, couldn't breathe, dropped down to his knees every single day, getting peeled up off the ground like a banana peel, depressed, putting on, you know, antidepressants that actually have suicidal thoughts. I've lived it. And it's if it wasn't for a corrective-based chiropractor, I wouldn't be alive today, because he showed me the light in the darkness. He showed me the light in the darkness. So when you feel like there's no hope, I promise you that there is. There's hope. And it all comes down to connecting to the greatest doctor that lives within you, because that's where it lives. It lives within you. And I'm just so grateful that that moment happened, because that moment has led me to be here in front of you today, led me to be the father that I am, led me to be the leader that I strive to be, and the child of God that I strive to be every single day. So in the darkest moments, the greatest light can come. See, I didn't choose what I do. I didn't choose this profession. It chose me. And it's been the biggest gift and the biggest blessing in the world. And it's been so fulfilling. And I just want you to know that I'm sending you love. I'm sending you kisses. I'm sending you so much of that. You have the opportunity to create the life that you desire. Go be great. And let's really work on making America healthy again. Dr. Roger Sahoury here, your friend. God bless. Have a beautiful night. And please share this.